I'm Yuri, and today we're going to play Night Call. I saw this on Steam. It was on sale, along with another game we're going to play that I'll introduce later. I know nothing about this game. I didn't even read the description. I saw the tag and it said mystery. This channel's becoming me playing mystery games because, I mean, I fucking love the genre. Stories, you know, murder mysteries. Plot. I believe we're a taxi driver is the concept. And I don't know. I don't know. I believe this is a French game, or maybe the reason I say that is because the opening screen, like there was a menu before this. Canadian or something. I don't know who made this game. It got good. Also, there's let me see if I and Deutsch. So I believe this might be a French studio. I don't know. We'll see. Option here, which is interesting. Am I going to be able to drive in this game? I don't know. But let's hit new game here. Let's do it. I'm really interested in this one. We'll see if it's any good. Choose the investigation. The judge, the angel of death, the Sandman, surprise investigation, random investigation, all. Wow, what the hell is this? Game will randomly pick an investigation, no matter if it's solved or unsolved. Surprise investigation. The game will randomly pick an unsolved investigation. The Sandman. The victims may feel random at first, but there's a connection. Yet the motives may be hard to find. Dark and twisted case. Oh, this game is like already... It's already got me. It's already got me. Angel of Death, random victims, unknown motive, weird case. Slightly more difficult than the others. The judge. Victims all had something in common, and the motives seemed clear, but which suspect could have done it? Balanced case, perfect for the first run. Okay, we're gonna do the judge. This is insane. You could pick the case? Are we a taxi driver or are we the detective here? Like, this is... Way Night Call is designed. Money will be... Money? There's an economy? Investigation will be harder to solve. Every action will cost more time. Well, I'm not going to do this. I'm more of a story guy myself. What is this? Money will be easy to get by. The investigation will be easier. Every action will take less time for a chiller experience. Alright, we'll do balanced. So the way it was designed, let's see how, you know... I don't want to pick this and be like, this game's so fucking easy. But I don't want to pick this and, like, get destroyed. So, we'll do balanced. Difficulty modes, too. I didn't know this had an economy. Again, I don't know anything about this game. In studio. Those look like French names. Look at these names. Stephanie. I took a, I remember very little of it, but I do speak. It's not because of my computer, and it's because the game is... Sure. You here? Sorry. Ooh. She takes a deep breath. The world bounces around your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. A word, not world. Coma. The word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. The word. You are aware a serial killer is currently on the loose and feel the contents of your stomach crawling up your throat. Killer assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver and, in most circumstances, we put you in an induced. Her voice becomes more distant, fades. You taste the bile at the back of your mouth. Your head is burning. You hear a whistle in one ear. Your fingers move to your wound. Underneath the bandages, you can feel hard skin. It is incredibly painful. Did they? I'm sorry. No. What? Well, my passenger. He was. The doctor is silent for a second, a very awkward second. Police would like to see you as soon as possible to ask you some questions. After all, you're the only one who survived the judge. Your attention, you turn to your head. You tried. You need a rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care, he's the only witness. He's... Another female voice joins. Barely make up what she's saying. Strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue. Some odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, you never would have realized that the anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. This writing's pretty good. Days go by and a month later. A month later. Night 1. What the hell? Well, look, I got a bit of a problem. Boss. A real problem, that is. You have a pounding headache. It is your first night behind the wheel since the attack. There we are. Are you listening to me? You catch your boss's eye in the rearview mirror. Yeah. He stares at you for a second or two without speaking. Sometimes I wonder what goes on inside your head. You always seem so far away. I'm a cool guy, I'm not going to react. He's watching you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. You're like a son to me, you know? I know. And you know he's about to tell you the story of his taxi fleet again. When my father died and left me the store, I could have sold it. I could have retired, gone back to the old country. I decided to start a cab fleet with the money he left me to hire guys from the neighborhood. And that's why I've got 45 guys like you working for me. His hands flutter in the air. Though, none of them are any match for you. I don't know about that. We'll find out real soon if I'm any good at this. He smiles. His voice suddenly takes up on a serious note. Music, hell yeah. You want me to go over everything again? He points to the equipment on the dashboard, the meter, the GPS. You haven't been in a taxi for weeks. Maybe you do need a little refresher. Yeah, good idea. Right then. Well, first the map. You spot a potential You spot potential customers and you try to guess where they'll be going. Then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around, you have to go pick them up. He shrugs. That's the way it goes. It's business. No problem. The other fares, you look at the map and you decide whether or not you want to take them. And then you drive. He flashes a quick mechanical smile. You know it well. When he talks about work, he talks about work. That's all. When your shift is over, we do the numbers, and his voice trails off as if he's searching for the right words. And that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Oh right, no overtime. We're in France here, and there are rules, regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept in 24 hours. He looks away. Something's been bothering him since he got into the cab. Anyhow, you know the ropes, you get it. I know you're going to do a good job. What's the matter? Your boss keeps quiet for a while as if he's hesitant to speak, and then... I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't be driving. The murderer is still out there, and we think he's gonna come back for you. We? Your colleagues, and I do too. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Every minute you spend in a taxi is a minute lost. He gives you a smile, half ironic, half serious. Good night. Bonne nuit. Same to you, and all good luck. You'll spend the rest of the night dealing with problems and drivers. You wonder how and when the guy ever gets any sleep. Your boss opens the door and exits the cab. You watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. They'll ignore you, consciously or unconsciously. You are branded. You sit there for a moment, then turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you miss that feeling. Back to the night shift. Back to life. Despite the attack. Despite it all. Okay. We have a timer up here for the clock, I assume. We have gas. And we have 327 euros. This one's bleaking. Oh. How do I move? Oh, whoa, okay. I'm gonna go to the blinking one, but I'm looking around. Map of Paris. Alright, let's get this blinking one. There's something so very Parisian about the street. Except perhaps... Oh, missed it. Claudia Campos. Distance. 6 kilometers. Fare. 22 euro. I mean, sure. You pick up your next passenger in front of the Paris office of medical examiner, the morgue. When she gets in, you are surprised. How she could be a suspect? Her face, beautiful and soft, doesn't go with her clothing, her style, or her attitude. She gives you her address, and you start driving. Her voice is dry, frank, and she has an accent you have trouble determining. Oh, there was like a cautionary warning or whatever at the beginning of this, before, you guys didn't see it, it was before the main menu. And it said something about, what did it say? It said like, these stories are based on true stories of like a taxi driver or something. I think that's what it said. And it said some of them may be disturbing. So, we'll see. I'm not easily disturbed. I've been on the internet for a while. South American, maybe. She seems far away, lost in thought. A few seconds go by, and she still hasn't taken so much as a look at you. I'm just gonna smile. She seems surprised by your smile and lets it hang there just for a second, enjoying the gesture. Thank you. I needed that. I think I needed that. That accent again, the one you can't place. Where's your accent from? Long day? In a matter of speaking. Some days are harder than others. Some days take more out of you, more demanding than others. A sad smile runs across her face like a shooting star. A second goes by, slowly, very slowly. The meteorite explodes, your passenger breaks down. I'm gonna let her cry. Get it out, you know? Between sobs, you hear her say something. Give me a minute. Please. Without a word and without the slightest noise, you slow down. The road passes by slowly, in no hurry. After a moment, she sits up. Can I ask you something? You nod. She takes a deep breath. This may seem like a ridiculous question, or at least a stupid one. Actually, it's completely stupid. You give her an encouraging smile. But I'd like you to hit on me. Okay. She blushes and immediately follows up. I mean, not for real, just for play. Like we're at a bar, like you want to buy me a drink. She shakes her head. Forget it, it's stupid, totally stupid. No, that's cool. Fuck it, accept. Sure. Moment of silence, she seems surprised. Really? Yeah. You don't mind? I thought you'd refuse. I just have a few rules, if you don't mind. First, I don't want to talk about Argentina, my home, my parents. Avoid the subject. She pauses. Does that work for you? You're not. Good. Second, I don't want to talk about work. I'm a medical examiner. Do you know what that is? Yeah. I cut open dead bodies. Yeah, I know what it is. I take out bullets, tumors, cirrhosis-filled livers. At first, people are always fascinated, but they quickly get disgusted. So, nothing about work. Let's start if you're ready. You nod. We're in a bar. It's not very late. Not very late, but we're the only ones here. I'm alone at the bar, finishing a drink. I get up to leave. Silence. Please go ahead. Hitting on a passenger, this is definitely a first. You gotta find a good line, something that will set the tone. Romantic, I don't think works. Bold could work. Polite, maybe could work. Let's start with polite. Excuse me. Yes. Her voice is softer, her accent is stronger. May I join you? Of course. She sits up a little and points to an imaginary bar next to her. Buy me a drink? Of course. How about a little game? You look like the kind of guy who drinks cocktails. Something sweet. I could be wrong, but... And what about me? What is my kind of drink? She rolls the R in her last word. A medical examiner. From Argentina. Probably something strong. Or stiff. Um... I like how the car stops when I stop and think about an answer. The car's been moving this entire time we've been talking. But when I stop and I'm thinking about an answer, the car stops. My guess is either strong or stiff. I'm gonna go with stiff. That was my first inclination. Your answer surprises her. Really? Why? You seem like you're a strong person. You need something that can compete with you. She stares at you. Something about her posture in her backseat is different. Don't you think the time goes by too slowly? I do. We wait, we hold on, we get bored. I'd like it all to go faster, for things to speed up. She relaxes, giggles. She's letting go. She looks at you expectantly. Nothing about work. You are very beautiful as a little Ford for right now. I like the way you laugh, okay. You do? That's an odd compliment. It's true. I thank you. She closes her eyes and stays that way for a little while. Face, a warm, natural, uncontrolled. You are perfect. Unusually kind. She nods slowly. Few charming words. I think I got what I wanted. Your passenger sighs contentedly. She seems happy, relieved. From the dress she gave you. Strange. What's that? There's something different about you. You're not like other men. As if... She hands you her fare and slips you a tip. Don't refuse it, please. It means something to me. You're not. I hope to run into you again. Shiver. One last smile. Goodbye. Au revoir. She gets out of the cab. You watch her until she disappears into the building. Hell yeah. That was cool. I like that. That was really sweet. That was like, how do I describe that? That was pleasant. I really enjoyed that conversation. Okay, who's this? 2 40-somethings are smoking a cigarette on the sidewalk, gray suits, wrinkled shirts, blah, 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 blah. 41 pounds. Or euros, excuse me. I said pounds, idiot. Sure. Your next passenger has that overtired look worn by so many young Parisians. She collapses into the back seat, mumbles an address on the other side of the city. You start driving. You discreetly watch her in the rearview mirror. Her face looks familiar. Maybe she's famous, maybe you've driven her before. After a few minutes, you decide she must be a babysitter. Young, not necessarily wealthy, an expression of utter boredom on her face. You often pick up this kind, especially in nice neighborhoods. You sense your passenger wants to talk about the killer. It's simple. Since the first murder, everyone thinks they know something. Everyone thinks they saw something. And this passenger is no exception. New clue. Available in your room. Pasta eggs. Claudia Campos. You have met Claudia. You charmed Claudia. Locked. Miriam Bardot. You have met Miriam. There's a lot of locked for her. And my boss. You saw your boss, you listened to your boss's explanations. Locked. These two locks, I wonder if I got the drink wrong. If I would have unlocked that. I don't know. She seemed surprised by my answer, but I don't know. She also seemed loose after that, so I don't know. Maybe. Having a good evening? She raises her head. Yeah. She falls silent again. The silence lasts a few seconds. Out your window, Paris is beginning to fall asleep. Occasionally, you catch her glancing discreetly at you, like maybe she recognizes you too. Several minutes go by before she dares to break the silence. May I ask you something? She leans forward slightly. You and I have already talked. You may not remember, but I was babysitting for an Iranian family, and she leaves her sentence hanging. Of course. She smiles. Through her eyes, you can tell that she's not entirely sure you're telling the truth. It's not all the same situation anyway. These are new clients. What? You speed up unconsciously. In love? Yes, in love. She smiles at you and then looks quickly outside at the road. Jesus Christ. It's late. A few pedestrians are walking up the street, heads buried in their coats and scarves. I can't stop thinking about him. There's something warm about him, about the way he moves. He's so sweet. A bit distant. Maybe he's a bit disconnected. This is kind of rude. I don't know. I don't like either of these answers. She snickers. It's not really my style to fall in love so easily. Actually, that never happens to me. I've had a few boyfriends, one girlfriend, nothing serious, no real attachment. But this. She opens her eyes wide, she's speaking to herself more than you. Her fingers slide over the window. That's why I left the message. Yes, a letter that I slipped into his coat pocket. He used to play rugby. He's got an amazing build. And it pulls up on his shirt buttons. I know that feeling. Her eyes would twinkle. I love it. It makes me melt. When I close my eyes, I picture him. She stops, as if she'd only realized she wasn't alone in the taxi. Yeah, what about the wife? So be it. I'll find other kids to sit for. It'll be a bit sticky, since the babysitting world of Paris is so small. She smiles, a little bit for herself and a little for you. You can't quite tell if she's being sarcastic or not. I just had to give it a try. I want him to hold me, to hug me tight. A wave of sadness washes over her, but well, you can tell she's unraveling the knots of the story in her mind. His wife takes care of everything. She's lovely, adorable actually. And little mood. Later sentence. He barely says hello. It's like I don't even exist. She looks away. You've almost reached your destination. Silence fills the cab. The young lady leans forward suddenly, like she's surprised to find herself at the end of the street, near a building. I should be ashamed, shouldn't I? Her eyes are filled with tears. She's shaking in a bit. You can hear the tone of her voice and that she's panicking. Well, here's my take. Can't control who you love. Sometimes you're attracted to people that are married, are in a relationship, but you can't control putting a letter in their pocket. Like, if they're married, man, unless you want to be a homewrecker, which you shouldn't be, it's a terrible thing to be. It's a terrible thing to break up a relationship like that, no matter how in love you are. Very selfish. Especially if they got a kid. I mean, it's not her fault the way she feels. I mean, I understand. Like, I've had crushes on people that were in a relationship together, or not together, but with another person, and it's rough, but like, you don't want to be that person that like breaks relationships up. It's really nasty, in my opinion. So I don't know about any of these answers. She shouldn't feel ashamed about feeling in love with this guy, but the letter is a bit much. If her intention is to try to steal him away. She says the wife's nice, the kid's cool. I'm not going to say nothing, because that's just really cruel. Hard to say. My answer, if I were this cab driver, would be the letter is a little bit shameful, but as far as you being in love, no. I mean, you can't control that. I'm just going to say it's hard to say. I don't think yes is a good answer. I don't think no is a good answer either. She stares at you for a second before sniffling back her tears. Yes, of course I should be ashamed of myself. What am I trying to accomplish, huh? Yeah, I mean, yeah, the letter, like I said, the letter is a little brutal. You know, you don't want to, like, split up a family like that. Especially if they got a kid. It's fucking not good. Her face falls as the reality of what she's just done makes its way in. Break his family up? Yeah. Her questions hang in the air as you pull over the sidewalk. I'm 19, he's twice my age. I'm still in school. I live with my mom. I don't even have a driver's license. She sighs, slowly gathering her thoughts. Wow. I like that. She lets a giggle pop through the wall of the emotion she's wearing on her face. It quickly subsides. Thank you. I think I needed to hear that. Pauses. I'm such a fucking idiot. She pays her fare and quickly gets out of the cab. She practically runs to her building, unlocks the door, and throws herself into the lobby. You slowly realize the steering wheel and stop. You slowly release the steering wheel and stop to catch your own breath. You take a moment and turn the key in the ignition. Okay. That's a shitty tip. I'll listen to your sob story. What the hell? The door suddenly opens and a woman gets in the back seat. Oh, scripted event. Use. Have a good night. For a second, you freeze. It's one of the cops working on the judge's case. She grins at you. Her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her there. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks, I've been saying to myself, there's something off about you, something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it, because I was so sure you lied to us. What the fuck are you talking about? I was gonna let her keep going. Don't talk to the police, especially if they suspect you of something. Absolutely do not talk to the police, ever, under no circumstances. There's a cold sneer on her face. I'm gonna be frank with you. She leans over to you. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, I just can't picture it. No shit, Sherlock. What, did I shoot myself in the liver? She squints, like she's trying to make you out from far away. I was in a coma. Like you'd have to go out, have gone to the extent of hurting yourself. Not just hurting myself. I shot myself in the liver. That's normally very fatal. Okay? This character got lucky. Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch. It's a huge stretch. She stares at you. Not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I'd think he had a crush on you. She smirks. No, I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17. An icy chill fills your... Who gives a shit about my profile? And for murder, too. Alright, well... You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Good. Since you got out, you kept a low profile, but you're lying about your name and your address. I checked. Well, fuck you, dude. I did my time. It's normal, you'd say. They get a word out of you. If they get word of your time served, no loan for your permit, release for your car, meaning no second chance at life. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work with me. Work for me. She leans forward, her shining cat-like eyes narrowing. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with the first and last name with evidence. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. I'll give you info. Victims, suspects, medical reports, some photos that are a bit basic gagging noise. You have to be discreet. Keep it between you and me. Okay, so I was wondering when the detective part would come in. They're literally... She's asking me to solve this case, basically. I'm not a cop, dude. She shrugs. Don't worry. You're already keener about than half the squad. Don't forget. I'm gonna ask you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up in a bow in front of the station, okay? You're no Batman. You're just here to get me information. He rummages around in her pockets for what card. I'll call you in 3-4 days just to check in. We'll chat. I'll let you know if I have any new info. She takes a didactic? What is... Hold on. Never seen this word before. Intended to teach, particularly in having moral instruction as an ulterior motive. A didactic novel that set out to expose social injustice. In the manner of a teacher, particularly so as to treat someone in a patronizing way. Okay. She takes on a didactic, which is a patronizing teaching moment, I guess. Paternalistic tone. Like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught. Don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like and I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions. Hey, bitch. I'm the one that got shot, okay? Why are you cussing me out? Like, get the fuck out of my car, first of all. Time is money. If I have to, I'll go check in on you-know-who. Get the fuck out of my car. Her smile is biting. That reminds me. She know you've done time? Get out of my car. You shake your head, she snickers. Oh, my little dirtbag, you cover your tracks well. I'm just gonna say nothing. Fuck this bitch. She acknowledges your silence with a nod. Okay, I think you've got a handle on your little deal. Any problems? I'd turn you in. I'll send your picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Your picture with your name on it, your real name. Anyone close to you will have their places searched and they'll be put under house arrest, spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trial underway? Sigh. You know that's just what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. I'm nothing like that terrorist. I'm nothing like that son of a bitch. Who are they talking about? I'm gonna say nothing. It takes on a serious tone, businesslike. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his fucking life. The bang. So why are you spending time in my taxi, dude? Go fucking catch him. I can't botch this case, you got me? Neither can you, right? Say nothing to the police. He ripped open your gut, and you saw your own insides. You were in a coma. Yeah, you have plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, and come up with a list of suspects. Isn't that your job? She lays her hand on the door handle and freezes. Nothing to me. You glare at her. Ooh. Yeah. Fucking bitch. Yeah, whatever. That makes you feel better. It does. She puts her hand up and you could hear the words behind it. This conversation never happened. I'll make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way. Until then, not a word to anyone, obviously. Not a word. Door opens, squeaks, and slams shut. Sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry-eyed, ears buzzing. Shit. On the back seat, the cop left the pile of papers. Shit. Kicking ignition, motor running. Radio on, cackles. You turn it off and start driving. Talking to passengers might unlock new documents and clues for your investigation. You will find them back at your studio after your shift. 6 clues discovered, available in your room. Oh. Take a second to enjoy the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You can afford a studio apartment, Paris, with a taxi cab job? How much does that pay? I don't know. You can still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. Oh, my nose is stuffed. You throw the files Busset gave you on the table. On the wall, you hung up a big corkboard and where you used to pin up photos of your nephews. They've been gone since you got out of... Your plan is simple. Jot down all pieces of evidence and connect them to the suspects. The guilty party won't necessarily be the one with the most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you're building a story about each suspect. Trying to understand their motives. Understand how he or she got into the situation. Your neighbor flushes the toilet. Out of the corner of her eye, you can see the pipes shake. Okay, it's not a great apartment. It looks nice, though. You sigh and get back to work. Oh. Okay, so if I remember correctly, my memory's terrible, as you guys know already. When we selected this case, it's the easiest case, and the killer's motives are, obvious, apparently, and there's only one one suspect matching all the motives, I think. I don't know, I can't remember. Picture of crime scene, picture of crime scene, picture of crime scene, autopsy report victim 3, autopsy report victim 4, killer case. Let's do this. 4 clues discovered. 3 clues discovered. 2 clues discovered. Investigation location. New clue. New clue. Oh, what the hell? Oh god, Claudia. Not Claudia. Hervé Gralio. Paul-Marie Fragonard. Perrault Bataz. Selim Wadian. Message on crime scene 1, justice. Yeah, I don't know if any of... Yeah, I'm gonna take these off because I don't... Killer's height. 1 meter. Oh god, I'm an American. I don't know what that means. Victim killed with 1 bullet in the neck. Weapon, rare gun used in the 70s. Killer knew the victims or researched them. Killer left message in chalk on the first 3 crime scenes. Yeah, these are the messages. No signs of violence. Death execution. Victim, 3 suspected member of the process. See, this corkboard is still... Oh, I see. Okay, so this could be... So they all match the height description, is what this is saying. No signs of violence doesn't have anything yet. Can I link this to Paul? Paul-Marie Fragonard. Yeah. Retired cop, joined the police in 1977, divorced from a judge. Born in the French Antilles, moved to mainland France in 1976. Divorced from a judge. Hervé Gralio. Homeless man with an unknown background, briefly worked for Charles Bougrain, victim 2, in the 90s. Got health issues after Richtodin health scandal. A couple of arrests for breaking and entering. Claudia Campos. I liked Claudia. I hope she's not the killer. Medical examiner in Paris, escaped from Argentina when she was young. Lost her parents to the Argentinian junta. Process. Process. I don't know what that means. Okay, this is Claudia's. Victim 3, suspected member of the process. I see. So whatever the process is, killed their parents. And suspected member of the process. So this person, the victim, may have killed her parents or been involved in the thing that killed her parents. Weapon rare gun used in the 70s. He's a cop from the 70s, so the gun could have been his. And it's a rare gun. So, I mean, that's pretty compelling, honestly. That's more compelling than anything I've ever seen, actually. Who the hell would have that gun? And know how to use it? And he's married to someone, was married to someone called who was a judge. Like, a little weird. Killer knew the victims or researched them. How do I tie these to these people? Can I, like... I can only gray them out. Oh, I can eliminate him. I don't think it's Claudia, but... Okay, this one's not tied to anyone. I don't know how to tie things to people. Do I have to find more information? Like, can I interview Paul and be like... And he talks about chalk or something, and then I can connect it to him? I don't know. Victim killed with 1 bullet in the neck. Okay. Keep the death things together. Killer knew the victim and killer was thing. Okay. Message on crime scene 2. You deserve this. Dad was a cop, financial affairs, died 2 years ago. Mom got health issues after Rickton health scandal. Gay, in a relationship, never disclosed this information at work. Homeless man with an unknown background, proof of the work for Charles Brain, victim 2. Crime scene 2. Health issues after Rickton health scandal. A couple of arrests for breaking and entering. So victim 2 maybe had something to do with Rickton health scandal, whatever that is. Well-known lawyer from San Quinn. San On. Defender of the Donar case. Defender of several molested kids in poor neighborhoods. Was a promising football player until when he was 10. Why is he a suspect? Because of his height? What else? Oh, crime scene 1, justice. That's a little shaky, to be honest. Time is up. Oh, they're trying to say that... Okay. I think I understand this, but I feel like I'm missing a screen or something, because... I feel like I should have been able to read those autopsy reports and stuff. But it didn't let me. I don't know. Alright, we got our suspects. I'm already leaning towards this guy. I think he fucking did it, but we'll see. Don't have any more documents, so let's end the night. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You pull open the sofa bed, which unfolds with an unpleasant creak. You collapse onto the mattress. The streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems. Your brain. Pain. You can tell you're going to need to get some sleep. It looks awfully empty. It's too soon to say. You shake your head. Your eyelids flutter once you're asleep. You open one eye. Your attention turns to the shouting upstairs. A door slamming, typical. Can I save? A few minutes later, you're outside your studio. Night 2. How do I save? A cat? What the fuck? Yeah, I think it auto-saved for me, so... I don't like game... this is a pet peeve of mine. I don't like games that don't let you save on your own. It's kind of annoying that you have to wait for an autosave. I don't see any of our suspects. Oh, maybe this is the lawyer. Oh, these two are suspects. Okay, it's the blinking ones are suspects. That's what that means. Okay. Okay, we'll check them out next time, though. Thank you guys for watching. This is Night Call. This is what is this? No newspaper available. Listen to radio. Oh. This has been interesting, dude. I really like the two stories we heard. I thought Claudia was really cool. I thought the little roleplay we did was really fun. And then the lady with the maybe affair that's gonna happen was really interesting. I actually like was gripped by their stories, and it really kept me engaged. And now we got a murder mystery, which is awesome. Still don't know how the clues work, kind of. It's a little weird. I feel like I was maybe supposed to be able to read those autopsy reports or look at the picture of the crime scene. But I didn't. Maybe I skipped over that. That's gonna hurt me if I didn't actually get to look at those. Regardless, I had a lot. This is a lot of fun. I'm gonna keep playing this game. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.